Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Squid School. I'm Coach Geoff. you just introduced yourself as Coach Mikey, Coach Simon. What are you doing? You're ruining it.
No, this is Coach Simon. Yeah.
And I'm Coach Andre, and we're going to go through the rotation that is currently running. It's Clamblitz. I made a video on Clamblitz, which I am recommending that anyone who's new to it watch, but I'm going to point out a few specific things, try and help us out here. Hello there, Squid friends. I am here on my podium to tell you about MacLeod Art Academy. We've got stacks right over here. If you're a frontline weapon and you're trying to get anywhere on this map, you basically need to be using stacks for cover. Because if I jump down here, then what Coach Andre is doing with his scary charger is he is standing maybe here, maybe up on this wall, maybe even peeking around this side. He could be anywhere on the defensive line, and until he peeks out, I may not know that he's there. And then all of a sudden he hits a shot. You can see that shot went all the way out to here. You can laser me from where you're standing right now. Yeah, just like that. So I have to be super scared of that line of fire. So what I'm gonna do as a frontliner as I spawn out here is I'm not going to run straight out into Simon's line of fire like I'm trying to do right now. I'm going to come around this way, and from here, I'm protected from Andre's line of fire. There's no way that he hits me until he gets to a suicidal position, unless there's one place that he could hit me, and that's up here, where I just threw a bomb. Y'all see that? That's called drop. If he's up there, then okay, fine, he can get me. But that's a really hard read, you know? Most of the time, they're going to be trying to keep mid-control, which means they're going to be in the direction I just threw a bomb. So the frontliners are either using that side, or maybe they're coming left and they're working around from this direction. The advantage of going left is this is one of the few ways that I can get up onto your platform here. Your plat, if your opponents are here, you're in a lot of trouble because this is a lockout zone right here. There are only really two ways you can come out on this map. One is over plat, and the other is that way. You remember where I pointed out drop? I paint this wall and I can come up here, and you guys can do the same, or you can just get here from spawn. So if you come down this way, this right here is drop. This is where I was talking about the charger potentially hitting someone from. So this place is actually not a bad way to come out if you're locked out on plat. Because if you come out from here, now you have access to mid again, and maybe you can, run a little bit of a flank. You don't want to flank too hard, but you can maybe try and challenge mid again and take that spot back. Another area that is an easy way in is what is called wall, which is what I've just painted and am now standing on top of. Coming up over wall, it's very exposed, but there's a very short distance that I have to run before I am in range of the goal. I'm in range of the goal already where I'm standing right here. So you can see I didn't have to go too far from this wall. I didn't have to go too far while I was exposed to make that shot. And so if you know that plat is mostly clear, not even fully clear, you can usually get over and get that throw in. This area here is a way that you can get to plat. This is called cut. This is kind of a kill zone. This is like, if you're going here, it is a short way to get to the goal, but it's not really a safe way. Everyone sees you before you can throw it in. So I can't throw it until right now. This is as far as I have to go. And mind you, I have to jump and then jump. And if this is painted at all, I can't make this jump. So all you have to do is even paint their feet in front of them, and there's no way that they throw a power clam from there. But they can throw single clams. So this clam right here, I can throw this, make the basket from right there. So that is something to worry about. Be very careful about specials on your plat. If someone puts a bubble blower bubble over onto our plat, that's hugely dangerous. That threatens everybody. If anybody has a bubble weapon, that would be a fantastic way to get in, either from ramp, which is over there where I just threw a bomb, or from cuts, which is right here where I just talked about. There are actually 3 ways in. I need to talk about one other way, but if I run up to here, you see I can paint that wall and get up here. I can sneak around to here and I'm behind the basket. I can still throw this in. I can also do this stealthily and have a teammate jump a clam to me from here. And that jump is pretty dang safe unless they're spawning in and happen to see it. There's no way that any of you can actually land damage on me without knowing exactly where I am. And if I don't have a power clam, how do you know that? All right, we'll meet in the middle and then let's talk. This is for Coach Andre in particular. Walk further back into mid and see when you lose visual sight of me. Right about there, right? It's you. So like this is actually in range of a roller flick. So you can just kind of hide right here, and as soon as someone pops into mid, pop, pop, they're down. One thing you really need to be careful of is an approach from right over here. So one of the unique features of Muscle Forge is that these walls can totally just be, oh, sorry, move it. These walls can totally be painted up here and also over here. So at any point in time, you can like get access to mid with absolutely no warning and just like show up and, hey, I'm here, guys, watch out. So the sneakiest way into the basket and the way that's hardest to keep track of is to hop up here and come up this ramp. As a backliner especially, you need to always, always, always know that this area is painted. This mode, maybe more than any other mode, demands that you have half an eye on the map whenever you're not engaged in like combat or movement that might result in combat. Now, with map checking, I will say there are definitely times where it will make it so that you're less aware of what's going on around you, and it will make you lose fights more often. So my recommendation, especially if you're a frontliner who's going to be like up in their faces, at the very least, make sure you're checking it the entire time that you are respawning and coming back into the game. And maybe for some time until maybe you drop down to plat or something. But at that point, you need to have your eyes up and your head on a swivel. So don't be like watching the map all the time, but definitely be watching it when you don't have anything better to be doing. There are two other ways into the base that we need to be aware of. One is over bridge, which is very obvious and usually well protected. The other way is over this railing. You see this rail I painted right here? Oop, I'm in your base. Now, like, come back around and try and hit me. Like, I'm going to stand here. I'm still standing here. Now Simon sees me. Like, I had all the time in the world to throw that clam if you aren't watching the rail. But you should be watching the rail. I got one. Yeah, there are three there. There's one more still. Oh, the charger's in middle. Okay, we're wiped. Oh, there are bubbles on our platform. This is really bad. Okay, there it is. The big problem there was we went out all together, and all it took was like a couple of sloshes, and now none of us can move, and we were easy pickings at that point. Another issue was that we got staggered. As soon as we all went down, we were all running out one at a time instead of trying to play a safe zoning game, get our specials, and then push back in together. Got the heavy. I'm going to inkjet and try and clear this off. I got one of them. The other one's on ramp. I got them too. Coach Mike, do you have a baller? I'm going to try and protect it. Go for it. Can you get up the... All right, as soon as he's in range, jump to Mikey, jump to Mikey, jump to Mikey. Whoops. Jumping to the right person will get us some kind of score there. Probably wouldn't have been an enormous push. Why is there someone jumping here? We had a couple of opportunities there. Coach Simon had jumped to the right person there. That would have been a ball in for sure. So like we're making progress towards getting that push. An issue we've been having is we don't ever have paint control in mid. We have the weapons to have that. Like, they've got a rapid blaster. It doesn't paint very much. Give me one. Oh, I've got one clam. We're in. Nice. They're coming across the bridge in the middle. Good stop. All right, stop the K-Pro behind him, too. Nice. I'm going to jump to Coach Mike and see if I can do some stuff up there. Ooh, hello. Please stop. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm still on their plat. If we end up making a clam, feel free to jump. This is one of the easier spawn camps in the game. This is just rude. Hey, no. You don't get to come out. Stop. Now I've got to go all the way back up ramp. I am still here on their plat and safe. Oh. Alright, I guess I'll come back and defend. Yeah, that happened. So the way that gear works is one main is worth 10 units and one sub is worth 3 units. So 3 subs is almost as much as a main. There is no best all-around build is the problem. If we're talking splatter shots, I can speak specifically to which ones, but like even between the variants, there are pretty significant differences in what you want to be running. A weapon that is up in your face and dying a lot, you want a lot of quick respawn. A weapon that could do double bomb, you might want to run a lot of Inksaver sub. A weapon that is very, very short range, you might consider running Ninja Squid so you can get closer to your opponents before you engage with them. And then that would require you to run a lot of swim speed up so you're not swimming really, really slowly. A splatling, you need to run a lot of run speed on so that you can move your weapon around because you can't swim in between shots anywhere near the way you can with other weapons. It really depends on what you're playing. For splatter shots, though, I would say start with like 1.2 or 1.3 of quick respawn. Run at least 2 subs of quick super jump, at least 2 subs of special saver, because you're going to be dying a lot. You want that special back quicker. You might want to do something pertaining to your bombs. You might want to do drop rollers so that you can drop down from ink jets and be a little bit safer. There are a lot of other things to consider after that, but that's my starter. Oh yeah, the K-Pro, you want to run at least 3.4 of MPU. Because that will give you a 2-shot splat most of the time. Sam pointed out that certain gear brands have a better chance of picking one patch and a worse chance of picking another. So I would recommend going and looking those up. I have a resource that I go to look for what the gear brands are. But then you have 2 options for how to get those patches off of your clothing. One of them is to scrub the gear, which costs 20,000 coins. And we'll take all 3 of those patches, remove them from the shirt, but put them into your inventory to spend later. And then you can wear that shirt again and farm it for new chunks that are going to be randomized a second time. Now, with the gear chunks, you need 10 of them, minimum, to get 1 patch on a piece of gear. So there is definitely a price to it. You spend 10 if it's the first one of that sub. You spend 20 if it's the second. So what I like to do is spread them across my gear. You'll never see me have like 3 of the same thing unless I rolled that naturally. But the other way is by doing rerolls. Rerolls will automatically refill the shirt or whatever with another 3 patches, but it costs a sea snail. Sea snails are only obtained either through Splatfests, which are finished, or they're gained through leveling up past level 30. And leveling up takes a while, so that's a pretty big time commitment. Oh, sick, they missed. Andre and Mikey, you are way too far in front to be defending right now. What we need to recognize is the state of the game, like who has more clams, who has more control, and know, should I be attacking or defending right now? We always kind of want to be pushing them back regardless. There's one right side. Whew, good save. That was just the ink storm. I will avenge you! Maybe not. Yeah, I didn't. I think that's a higher power than we got last time. We were like 1480 something, weren't we? So, I mean, it's relatively close, but it is higher. Yeah, one top right, dropping down at Coach Andre. Nice, Coach Andre. The E-leader is left side trying to snipe me and failing. All right, I'm going to inkjet over to try and cover Mikey on his way in. Nice. I got another one in. With Booyah Bombs, no one person is ever going to be able to shred it in time. But if a second person joins them, you can absolutely shred that Booyah Bomb and splat them. Coach Andre, there's nobody to follow up on that baller. Always check the number in the upper left. If it is lower than 10, there's no possible way that we have a power clam to follow up with. Andre, jump to Mikey when he gets under the basket. Nice throw. Go over the bridge. I dare you. Ha! All right, we've got a new rotation to play now. This right here is your home base. This is where you are safe. This is where you are happy. This is where you have video games to play. This is where everybody likes to be, because how much right here from where I'm standing can you see of what's on the platform? Basically nothing. They have huge high ground advantage, and mid can be a kill zone if you go into it too carelessly. Now, there is exactly 2 ways on this map mode. One is that pillar over there that I painted earlier. You saw how I painted up the wall and then jumped across from the top of it? The other way is this fan. If you shoot this fan, it rises and then slowly goes back down. So you shoot this, and then you swim across, and now you have access to their happy place, and you can make them sad. The one goal of all frontliners on this map is to get onto their plat and take away their happy place. And the goal of every backliner and midliner is to keep the happy place safe. Moray Charger is insane, and we'll talk about why in a second, but the spoiler alert, it's high ground advantage. Look at Devi. This is why I, as a frontliner, hate this map. Let me show you how, as a frontliner, you can prevent this terrible fate from occurring to you. From here, I am basically useless. I can paint most of the zone, but not all of it. I can't really hit anybody who's down here very effectively unless I am all the way at the edge exposing myself. Here are some things I can do. I like, at the very beginning of the game, before someone's gotten in position over there, I like dropping down here, painting this side of the wall, hopping into it, and climbing over. Because now, if you can see on stream, I've got access to this area, and this gives me protection from that E-leader. They don't have line of sight on me from here. If you're feeling really ambitious, or if you're playing another game mode, you might paint this wall up and go over here. This is extremely crucial to know about for Rainmaker, but for zones, you almost never do that because that takes too long and it's too risky. So the other way that you can get at that charger and do something about them is from here, which this area is called sneaky. That is its call out. And that is because if I have these ways painted, I have 3 angles that I can come at that charger from, and they can't see me. Haha! So if you're trying to control the zone here, because zone is in the middle, there are basically 2 ways that you probably want to do this. You either want to come from this area that I'm in right here, which is called our street, because this area gives me, you know, defense from the charger, and I can paint the whole zone from here if I want to. Or I want to come from the opponent's street. Anything else is probably too exposed, and a charger will be able to, you know, catch it. Oh, hi. So yeah, there's still someone there. Don't just drop down blindly. Drop bombs in front of you. We need to get down into the zones. If we can get by them and paint the zones up to save ourselves some time, we need to do that. You can't stingray the zone. It's not going to help you. So better to stay near cover, Coach Simon. In part to keep yourself safe, but in part also so that jumps can go to you safely. Oh, we actually capped it at the end there. Pretty good job. I'm happy with that as a first outing on it. Nice, 9 picks. That's not bad for, you know, just trying out the chargers. Ow. 3 on zone. Careful, Mikey. You're alone. Oh, was that a baller? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. That was perfect. All right, I'm on their plat. I'm installed. I have 0 deaths in that game. Can't leave the play. I got the charger. There's one on our zone. Oh, maybe not. Andre, behind you. Oh, nice, Andre. Nice, Andre. Got him. Good calls. Got the charger. Yeah, they've had the lead. Okay, let's be careful. There are going to be rollers down here. I got one. Nice. Oh, one tried to punish the jump. Nice, thank you. You guys are covering each other really well. Got one. All right, we got to keep it for 5 seconds. Ooh, let's go. Whew. That was good. That was a team effort right there. I'm proud of that. There we go. There we go. And that is the perfect time for us to sign off. Feel free to follow us or subscribe to us. We got affiliate. Ooh, ooh. We'll have sub emotes in just a second. It'll be great. Follow us on YouTube. We have YouTube VODs from tournaments that we put out there. We have highlight videos. We also have a whole bunch of more instructional content that I've put on there specifically for Splatoon. So there's a video on Clam Blitz. There's a video on how to use the Ultra Stamp. There's a couple videos on different ranked levels, like what to expect in C rank, what to expect in B rank, all of which are giving basic tips for how to improve the game. So all of these places, fantastic to go to for more content and more information about Splatoon and the other esports that we compete in at Bravest Esports. For now, this is Coach Geoff and all of the rest of us signing off. 07s. Peace out, everybody.